The Raptors, they had some success in the past, but this season they just got done smacking the Orlando Magic. I think Fred VanVleet just dropped his career high 54 points. I think he hit 6 or 7 threes. Yeah, they're 8-10. Or I think. Let me check their record real quick. Should have had this pulled up, Jesus. They're definitely not where we expect. They're 9-12. They're definitely not where we expected the Raptors to be. I think I had them in my top 10 power rankings at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
I don't think they were high. They were around like 8, 9, or 10. But I
said it in there. I said they're a great regular season team, and it doesn't look like they're performing this year. Fred VanVleet, of course, he performed here tonight, but
it feels like the
record wise, they're not performing.
Yeah, it feels like the departure of Kawhi has now finally caught up to him. I still think they got a great coach, but at this current moment,
they weren't in my top 10. I don't know why you guys put them in your top 10.
Because
I saw it 100% all the way. I saw it before the storm hit. I saw the clouds before the storm touched the floor.
I think I should have put in the aspect that they lost Marc Gasol. I feel like I didn't fully consider that. They lost Marc
Gasol, and OG has been out with a strained calf, and he is a key defender for them.
When did Ibaka leave?
He left this offseason.
Yep. Did not put that. Yep. Didn't put that in the aspect. Totally ignored that.
I mean, they lost Kawhi that other year. So
bro,
you saw what Fred said. That boy Fred said, "We still the same."
And they did great last season.
They did.
They did great last season. Until who they lose to who'd they lose to in the playoffs? Was it Miami?
Was it the Heat?
Was it Miami? Or they lost to the Celtics. Sure they lost to the Celtics. The Celtics beat them in 6, I believe. Yeah. No, it was 7.
Pretty sure.
It was 7.
Yeah. Because the Heat played the Bucks.
The Heat played the Pacers in the first round, the Bucks in the second round, and then the Celtics in the conference championship. Dude, that Heat team was special. Okay. That was just crazy.
Yeah, to me,
they're performing not good right now.
Toronto lost.
Jimmy Butler. You told me Jimmy Butler's out, but
Toronto lost when they lost Kawhi. Yeah, cool. You had a great regular season, but still, you don't have a playoff mindset without a leader. And they look to VanVleet to be their leader. And to me, that's not.
I think
that's not that big of a leader.
They're looking to Siakam. He's the best player on that team. I don't.
Yeah, everybody's been clowning Pascal for that spin move he does.
I don't.
Everybody's been clowning that.
Kyle Lowry, he's still on that team. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's their third best scorer, I think.
Another thing they lost to was their coach. I forgot when they lost him.
They lost him before the championship.
Nick Nurse has been the.
That was before the championship?
Yes, Nick Nurse is.
Nick Nurse coached the championship.
I thought that was after
Mr. Glasses.
I am. Woo!
2K Newsom. They was putting that man at Coach of the Year every year.
Toronto.
I mean, to me, I thought they were done after that. But then they got Kawhi. Then they went to the championship. And I mean, even to me, they won a championship, but they didn't really play anybody special. And the reason I say that is because they played an injured Warriors team. So what can you do with that? Tell me.
To be honest,
it makes your job a lot easier whenever they're injured.
What'd you say?
I was gonna say that. It makes your job a lot easier.
It's especially when the two best shooters on the team are injured. Or I'm sorry, when I believe it was the two best shooters in the NBA were injured.
Stephen Curry was healthy, bro.
Stephen was healthy. Sorry.
Oh, Thompson was healthy?
No, Thompson went down.
Kevin Durant was healthy?
For a while.
You said the two top two shooters.
Like Curry was on the court.
Yeah, but I'm
Steph was on the court.
Okay, 2 out of 3 best shooters. You want me to say that? Because Kevin Durant and Thompson are still 2 best shooters on the Warriors team. And they were both out. Mm-hmm. So we're going to say that? We're going to say that it wasn't the 2 best shooters on the team?
Regardless of what happened, there's I don't know if you know, but at their stadium,
you're going to tell me, hold on.
They still got that banner. I don't think it matters. Hold on. You think they care?
Hold on.
You think they care? Or did they sit in their locker room celebrating?
All right, let me ask you guys something, okay? Because you said Curry was still on the court. All right, when it comes down to it on the Warriors, who's the better shooter? Klay Thompson or Stephen Curry? Who's more accurate? It's not. Don't make that face because it's not that big of a difference. It's not that big of a difference.
Curry. We're talking shooting.
I'm taking Curry.
I'm picking Thompson.
I don't have a problem with you picking Thompson at all. Like, I'm not going to argue that, but you.
Nah, it was his face. It was a face. It was a face for me.
I'm taking
It was the
Curry.
face for me.
I'm not thinking about it. I think it's Curry.
I think the crazy thing is like you say Klay Thompson, and the crazy thing is Klay Thompson he's gonna go down as what? Where are we putting him right now? Top shooters. What's the estimate right now? Where you putting him?
Top
I
shooters
don't
of all
know,
time?
but you're right. I will.
Top shooters of all time. He's easy top 10.
Is he top 10? Is he top 10? You Jordan?
Easy top 10. Easy top 10.
I don't know.
think
I have to sit down and
the crazy
think.
thing about Klay Thompson is yes, he can shoot, but he's also deadly from the mid range. You know what I'm saying? Like he can rely on those 3
That's what I'm
pointers,
saying. He's just
but
a better
he can also
shooter. We're not
drive
just
too.
talking about
He
three
can
point.
also drive too. But when I'm talking about a shooter, you mean from the 3? Like I'm
talking about just accuracy.
I'm picking Curry. I'm picking
Klay.
Curry.
But I don't know. Top 10 shooters of all time or in the league?
All time.
Let's see. All time.
In the league,
you got
duh.
Korver.
In the league,
Bro,
he's top 5.
mean,
He's top 3.
Yeah, that's easy.
easy.
That's too easy. I don't know, bro. But
You got Curry.
I have to do research
Kyle
on
Korver.
that. There's two.
Reggie Miller.
There's too many.
Oh my God, you said Kyle Korver
Reggie
before.
Miller.
Reggie Miller, yeah.
Yeah, that's sad.
What you got?
I'm a Kyle Korver fan.
I don't know.
I'm a
I think
Kyle
I
Korver
might.
fan,
I
man.
might put Klay over Kyle Korver.
Yeah, I'll probably put Klay over Kyle Korver. I don't know,
Over
that one year.
Korver?
That
Yes.
1 year, Kyle Korver was deadly though. That
Dude,
1 year he was.
I'll never
deadly.
forget. We went to that Hawks game and like he was just making every shot he took.
Kyle Korver
It was painful, bro.
They just came back. I was just about.
I know how people feel
I
watching
don't know.
Curry play. I do know because when he hit that crazy jump half court buzzer beater against the Thunder, I was watching that live. I think that was their 70-win team year that year.
I mean, you
Jesus.
saw what that boy from Atlanta said.
Said that's
What's his
Anthony
name?
Edwards. He was like, "That's Curry, man."
Yeah, he said.
What can
He said,
you do?
"Yeah, it's no hype."
What can you
he
do?
said, "It's no hype."
There's no stopping him. But wait, how did this get from the Toronto Raptors? Like, what was?
Because we were talking about
We were talking about how they're
I said
injured.
the 2 best shooters, and you said, "Oh, Curry was still on the court." I mean, that doesn't matter. You still had Klay, and you still had Kevin Durant injured.
But this is
That's why they won the championship. That team is not that stacked. You can name their players, but they do not have a bunch of A-list
But
players.
I'm gonna tell you what happened when that
B-list
clock
players.
hit 0 and they won that championship. They hit the locker room with that champagne pouring. They don't care. I don't care who's hurt on your team. It's like when the Warriors beat LeBron in 2015? You think they care Kyrie went down in game 1? No, we don't care. We just won the championship. Let's go celebrate that. People don't
popping
talk about
bottles
that
saying
enough.
That team was not
People don't talk
stacked,
about
so
that
are
enough.
they really losing?
People don't talk about that
Are
enough.
they really that big of a difference, or are they
Was it
really that big of a
was it that
difference,
big of a
or
difference?
or
Considering
did
blew
they
a
just
3-1
stop
lead the
getting
next year?
lucky? Did they just stop getting? No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Raptors.
Oh,
You
okay.
saying
I'm talking
they
about
just
the
stopped getting
Raptors.
lucky? I think they lost some key players.
Did they just stop getting lucky, or did they start just showing their true
Serge is a
potential?
great defensive player. They lost Marc Gasol.
They just started showing their true potential.
They lost a lot of players.
You know, they lost that old head mentality. That's what they lost.
God, I know he isn't bringing this back.
Oh, brother, here we go.
All I'm saying
Rondo.
is that does prove my point that you do need some on some teams. You do need the mentality
look.
on the
You were right about that. You do need some old heads on your team, and Serge Ibaka, Marc Gasol, they were those key factors on that team with Kawhi Leonard. Not taking any disrespect, but that's the reason they fell off. They got rid of those old guys who know the game, who were proven key assets. They let them go, and look at them now. They are the ninth best record in the East, behind Cleveland, a team that just drafted high in the draft.
It's, I mean, I agree to an extent. They get off the team. They're no longer on the team, but you got to consider Marc Gasol was and Serge Ibaka. Those are huge role players for that team, bro. I don't even think most of it. I don't even feel like it has to do with them being that old head mentality. I think most of it, they were just the key components on that team. You take LeBron off the Lakers, what they doing? I don't think it's because he's an old head, which at this point he is. What are you, 35?
But that
36?
does have something to do with it.
He's
Experience.
Yeah, he's a great mentor for that team, but still, he's that all-around player. This guy's dropping.
He's a leader.
He's dropping near triple doubles
That's
every
old head
game.
mentality. That's what old head mentality is. It's a leader. It's experience.
But I'm saying if you take LeBron off that team, 10% of it is him being an old head. 90% of it is him playing at an
Okay,
MVP
yes. Let's
level.
talk about the greatest player in the world and talk what happens when we take him off of a team.
But That's
a bad example.
You
that's
just
a bad
said
example.
the
We're
same
talking
thing
about
for
Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka.
Okay, and I said those were
that's
two
different. They're not the greatest player in the
role
team.
players. They started. They were starters.
Okay,
They were starters.
I get that. I'm just saying it's a big gap. That's
You gotta think whenever
it's the same
Gasol was
point.
put on that team, there was huge talks about that team.
It's the
now.
same
Like,
point because it's the greatest player of all time, huh? That's the same point.
It's the same point.
You think
just
Serge
said
Ibaka?
it was an old head
You think
mentality. I
Serge
said I agree
Ibaka?
to an extent.
You think Serge
take
Ibaka
LeBron,
and Gasol are the greatest
you take
players of all
you take
time?
LeBron.
You let me know.
Find me a player, right? Okay.
You let me
right
know.
now off the top of your head. What's a player that brings that old head mentality to a team that's dominating? That if they took off that team, they just wouldn't be great anymore. Who's not a role player?
Kawhi.
Old head mentality for Kawhi?
You say no?
Old head mentality for Kawhi?
How old is Kawhi? How long has Kawhi been in the Kawhi been in this in the league? Played with great.
He's a veteran, but he's also one of the best players in the league. That's pretty much like the whole LeBron thing. You just said they lost. You just said Toronto lost Kawhi.
You're right. That's a bad argument. No, you're right.
I don't know, nah.
No, you're right.
I don't know about
You're
that
right.
one.
No, you're right. No, you're right. I give that to you.
I don't know about that.
I give that to you. You're right.
I don't know about that.
No, you're right. No, you're right. That proves your argument.
Oh,
no, you're right. Yeah, but I wouldn't choose those guys.
I mean,
but when you take the greatest player on the court off the court, of course your team's gonna be bad. But if that's
it's like the Warriors right now playing without Klay Thompson.
No, Cameron, we're not asking you right now. What the point is,
I was gonna give an example.
They're not the greatest players on the court. They weren't the greatest player on the floor.
But they were great role players.
Right. So it's bad to use examples of people who own the court, basically. Like you said, Kawhi and LeBron James. Those are people who own the court. If you take them out the team, that's just because
my point was y'all said
what's your point?
Y'all said they were old head. They had that old head mentality. I said, bro, it's only about 10% of that. 90% of it is the fact that they were important role players on that team. It's kind of like the Warriors. Like I'm saying, it's like the Warriors playing right now without Klay Thompson. They're clearly lacking that dynamic. It was like the Warriors playing without Draymond back in the finals.
I mean,
bro, you lose that role player,
tomato.
Team,
it's
your
the
whole
same
team
thing.
is just trying to rebuild that chemistry.
We're agreeing. It's tomato.
Yeah.
Because the reason they're role players is because they have experience. Okay, that's one of the main reasons that. So
it's not because they're good at basketball.
Well, I mean, I believe anybody in the NBA is good at basketball.
Patrick Beverley.
Hey, he's still. Hey, I'll let you know this. If you had a 1v1 Patrick Beverley, you would not have a chance.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a basketball player, so I wouldn't. Yeah.
I mean, that's my point. NBA. I wouldn't expect to beat you probably in a 1v1.
That's disrespectful.